Hello everyone, welcome to testing hot new makeup releases for March 2022. As I do almost every month, I have gathered several of the hottest new makeup releases, and I'm going to be testing them all for the very first time on camera today. I've got the new sunscreen from Glow Recipe. I purchased 3 products from the new MAC Spring Collection, as well as the new MAC Stack Mascara. I have been seeing people rave about this everywhere on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I went with the micro brush. There are 2 options for this mascara, and I went with the smaller one because I was told that this one was better for someone with short, fine, sparse lashes, which is what I have. I picked up the new Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Loose Powder. This is a pink brightening powder. I've been using the Huda Beauty powder in Pound Cake for a long time now and raving about it. So I'm really looking forward to trying the pink tint to see how well it really brightens. But I also have the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Concealer. A lot of you have been asking me to try this. A lot of the shades were sold out when I went to buy it. So I got MP3, hopefully it will work. Something else I'm really hoping will work is the shade of foundation I picked out of this new Givenchy Prime Libre Skin Caring Matte Foundation. And finally, I have 3 products from Gwen Stefani's new brand called Give, GXVE. And how I know it's pronounced Give is because I looked it up online and it says right here that that's how it's pronounced. So why don't we jump in? Oh, by the way, I do have some false lashes here. These are new from Velour. They are the plant fiber hemp derived lashes, and these look really pretty. They look really natural, which is what I prefer. I will definitely give you a really good look of this mascara on my lashes, but then I will put on these new lashes from Velour because there might be some of you out there that are interested. So you'll get to look at both. All right, time to zoom you in and get started. Okay, the Glow Recipe sunscreen. It says here that it contains niacinamide. It has an SPF of 50. It's a non-irritating blend of chemical and mineral sunscreen for all skin types, even sensitive. It also claims to be lightweight and have easy absorption. I did already apply moisturizer when I got out of the shower. I used the Elemis Collagen Marine Cream. And so I'm applying this liberally. Well, not as liberally as I would if I were actually going outside today, but I don't plan to. I don't have anything on my agenda today that would have me going outdoors. I'm filming and editing. It does absorb very quickly. It smells good. It does have a slight watermelon scent, but it's very, very light. I need a little bit on my forehead. And by the way, I will be inserting some footage at the end of the day showing you how these complexion products, look at the end of 8-9 hours. It feels good. And I like that it gives a little bit of a glow, but not too much. I think someone with combination to dry skin would definitely love this sunscreen. I'm hoping to love it too, but I am going to be applying, I forgot that I received these primers from Smashbox. They reformulated all of their primers, and I'm very thankful that they sent them to me. Actually, I misspoke. Not all of them have been reformulated. This one right here in the middle, the original photo finish, it says here it has not been reformulated. So I want to try a newer one. I think I will do the mattifying then. While the sunscreen sort of settles in, and I wait to apply the primer for a moment or two, I am going to apply some eyeshadow base. This is not new, it's just my go-to P. Louise eyeshadow base in Rumor 02. And now I'll apply a little bit of this Smashbox Photo Finish Control Mattifying Primer. And I'm just going to apply this. Oh, might help if I took the little plastic off. Squeezing a little bit out and applying it just in my T-zone. Oh, okay. It really took away those pores. Well, it didn't take them away, but they're much less visible right now than they were a second ago. I think I forgot to mention when I was talking about the new Givenchy foundation that I am not certain, just like with the concealer, if I got the right color because I ordered online and a lot of the time I unfortunately end up choosing the wrong shade. This one is 3N250. I'm pretty sure it was described as light medium with neutral undertones. Ooh, I like the bottle. It's frosted glass versus the Glow, which is in clear glass. So pretty, so luxe looking. So I'm shaking up the foundation and I'm going to grab my Stands Out beauty sponge, which by the way, I always use dry. With the Stands Out sponge, when you first get it, you do want to wet it, much like a beauty blender sponge, and have it expand in size. But then you want to let it dry and use it dry to apply your foundation. All right, let's see how I did with this shade match. It might be okay. Ooh, I think I did a good job this time. Look at that. It's a little dark, but just a hair. It could have been a lot worse. Oh, I like the coverage. It's not full. Actually, let me look and see what the coverage claims to be. Okay, it does claim to have medium coverage, not full, which is what I'm experiencing, but it does give a nice amount of coverage. Let's see what else it says. It's made with 97% natural origin ingredients and 82% skincare formula. It reduces the appearance of pores while addressing imperfections, mattifying, and hydrating. It also provides a buildable finish that lasts all day. So I will go ahead and put a little bit more through this area. In a test on 102 women aged 20 to 40 years old for 1 week, results included 93% of women said the product provides a perfecting blurring effect. Now I have to say something here. Why did they just do a study on women aged 20 to 40? That bugs me. I mean, come on. How about ages 20 to 70? Why 20 to 40? Ugh. Anyway, 91% of women reported a smooth skin texture. Come on, how many 20-year-olds do you know have really rough textured skin? Not that many. 91% of women noted improved skin clarity. All right, Givenchy, I'm not going to be mad about it that you only tested it on 20 to 40-year-olds, but do better next time. This foundation does have a really nice finish. It's matte, but it's not too matte. But then again, it could be from the sunscreen underneath. I, as usual, will follow up with you at the end of the month when I do my March monthly favorites and fails and let you know if I experienced a different result without using the sunscreen. But as of now, it seems to be going on well over the Glow Recipe and the Smashbox Primer. Oh, I did want to add a little bit more right here where I feel like I need a little bit more coverage. And it is building up really nicely. I really like the way my skin looks. All right, time for the LYS concealer. This is the Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. I usually prefer an applicator that's a little bit bigger than this, but we'll see how this goes. I am going to apply some right here. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not the right color for me. It's very peach, more like a corrector. But let's blend it out and see what happens. Not much. That's a bummer. That's a big bummer because I really wanted to review this one or give you my first impressions of this concealer. I mean, aside from the color, it looks okay. It's not covering as much as I would like. All right, dang, this is disappointing. But as I said, I believe in the intro, most of the shades were sold out. Well, it's not horrible. I'm definitely going to be exchanging it when I can for the correct shade. And hopefully when I apply the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Powder, it will brighten up the area. But before I do that, I'm going to quickly contour using the Fenty Beauty Match Stick. I do feel like the foundation is oxidizing just a little bit. Do you notice that? It's gotten a little bit warmer. Okay, time for the new Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Powder. It does have that same fragrance as the original. This is actually a little bit more potent. So if you do not like fragrance in your powder, stay away from these, especially this one. And it is super pink. It's a lot pinker than the Givenchy Prism powder. I'm taking a damp beauty blender and I am going into the powder and I'm going to press that underneath my eyes, making sort of a triangle close to my nose. I'm trying not to put the powder on my cheekbones, just right through here. It's very smoothing. Putting some on my lid too to set that, set the eyeshadow base. Ooh, that looks good. I am seeing a little bit of the peachiness or the warmth from the concealer sort of coming through, but this definitely does brighten and smooth. I'm putting a little bit more on my forehead, just sort of pressing it in. And now I'm going to brush off any excess. All right, my complexion is done. Let's go on to brows. I did purchase one of the brow pencils from the Give brand. This is the Hella On Point Ultra Fine Brow Pencil, and I purchased it in shade 1. As always, I brush up my brow hairs. I do like that it has a very fine point. My only worry is that it will break off easily like the Huda Beauty brow pencil does. Starting at the arch and working on the tail first and then moving into the center portion of my brow. This shade is fantastic. It's like the perfect neutral blonde. All right, Gwen, I'm not surprised that you did an amazing job with the brows. This is so good. Of course, I do have to take a little concealer as usual. This one is from NARS, and carve out the brows. All right, time for eyeshadow. This is the Give eyeshadow palette in Danger Zone. I'm gonna swatch these real quick. So they're not super pigmented, at least not when swatched, but let's see how they perform on the eyes. I'm going to start with a flat brush and the ivory shade. Ooh, they do have quite a bit of kick up. Okay, it's not bad. It's definitely more sheer than some other ivory shadows I've tried, but I don't hate it. It still does the job of brightening the lid. I'm actually going to put a little bit through here too. Now I'm taking a BK Beauty 202 and I'm going into the second shade right here. It's kind of like a neutral taupe. And I'm blending that all over my lid. Starting in the crease, but also blending it down onto my lid. And then I'm making little circles, putting my chin up, trying to get all of that hooded area. This is pretty. I do like how this is going on. It's blending out very nicely. And I really like the color. I could just add liner and mascara and be done with just these two shades. For an everyday look. I love a good taupe eyeshadow, or brownish taupe. All right, I'm also going to take a BK Beauty 204 smudger brush and take that same shade and apply it along my lower lash lines. Now I'm using a Smith 230 and I'm going into the darker sort of charcoal, light charcoal shade, and I'm stamping that on the outer corners. is a great palette to do a matte, cool toned, smoky eye. And I think it's going to look amazing with the red lipstick that I bought from Give. Gwen's Classic Red Lip. I do have a new nude lipstick from MAC that I will be testing first. And now I'm taking my favorite BK Beauty liner brush. This is the 208, tiny little angled brush. And I'm going to use the darkest shade in the palette for my liner. I gotta go really close for this part. Oh boy, there's a lot of fallout. Ooh. Okay, that was easily whisked away. Sometimes, you know, depending on the eyeshadow palette, it is best to do the eyes first so you don't potentially mess up your concealer and foundation. Okay, that is not very pigmented. Okay, I'm gonna try dampening the brush with some Fix Plus. Okay, it's definitely better, but not great. I mean, I guess it's good if you want to do this type of soft, smoky liner. And the little bit of sparkle that it has is kind of pretty. Okay, as you can see, I've gone ahead and done the other eye. So far, I'm not wowed by this palette. It's not anything amazing. All right, let's see if I'm more wowed by this MAC mascara. Gotta curl the lashes first. Once again, this is called MAC Stack, and I purchased the micro brush. Okay, I cannot talk and apply mascara at the same time, but so far I am impressed. This gives a lot of separation, a lot of length. There are absolutely no clumps. So here's one side completed. I don't think it's giving me a false lash effect, but that's a bit of a challenge when you've got lashes like mine. At this point, I don't think there's ever going to be a mascara that gives me the amount of drama from my lashes that I'm looking for. It's just not going to happen. I will forever wear false lashes until I can't see enough to apply them. I'm going to do another coat and just see what happens. Okay, that wasn't a great idea because my lashes did get a little clumpy. All right, once again, here's another look. Now, if I were just going out running errands, this would be enough. I definitely would not be adding false lashes. But if I were wearing this look to go out at night, I would definitely apply at least some corner lashes. Now let's move on to these MAC products that I picked up. Starting with the blush. This is the Glow Play blush in the shade Cherry Tree. I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely sucked in by the pretty packaging. Yes, this is a very bright blush, but I'm going to use a very light hand. If it's one thing I love, it is a pink blush. Yep, I love a bright pink blush. And this is really, really a beautiful shade. And again, I'm going very light-handed with it. You can definitely build this up to be more intense. But if I'm going to be trying that red lipstick, I don't want it to be too intense because then it goes into sort of clownish territory. Red lips, a bright cheek, and a smoky eye is a little much. Okay, very pretty blush. I also got the highlighter. It's called Pitalic Metallic. Look how pretty that is. I like that it has sort of a pinky iridescence to it. It's very subtle. It's not blinding, which for some people that might be their preference. Yeah, it's very pretty. Perfect for someone who doesn't want to be able to see your highlight from outer space. Okay, the only thing I have left is 2 lip colors and the velour lashes. I'm going to start with the MAC lipstick before the Give Red lipstick because red is a lot harder to remove than a nude. So we'll start here. This one is called Sakura Saizen. Again, really pretty packaging. I'm just going to use this nude lip liner from e.l.f. that I have sitting here. It's from the Paradise collection, I think. Retro Paradise, that's what this is from. Retro Paradise. Yep, this is a very Risa color. I believe it's a cream sheen formula. It's more on the sheer side. I did have to go back and forth on my lips a couple of times to get this level of color. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, and it feels comfortable and hydrating. So I'm gonna give you one last look of the makeup without the lashes. So once again, these are the Velour Plant Fiber lashes. They retail for $24. This style that I'm trying is called Cloud 9. These look like they are going to be really long for my eyes, so I'm going to have to trim them, as I usually always do. Yeah, it appears I'm going to have to take off a really good chunk of these. I think these are really pretty. All right, now it's time to test out Gwen Stefani's signature red lip. This is called Original Recipe. This comes in 2 different formulas, the classic bullet lipstick formula and also this liquid lipstick version. I chose the liquid lipstick version simply because I feel like you're less likely to need a lip pencil with a liquid lipstick versus a traditional bullet lipstick, but I don't know that for sure yet, which is why I brought over a lip pencil that I'm hoping will work. This is the MAC lip pencil in Brick. This is what the packaging looks like. It says me, you, yours, which is exactly the same thing that it says here on the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to try it without a lip pencil first. It has a very sweet smell to it. Does anyone remember back in the early 2000s, Jessica Simpson had a makeup brand? And it was all very sweet smelling lip glosses and body sprays. This smells exactly like that. It's extremely sweet. What do we think? You don't often see me wearing a red lip. It's definitely Gwen's red lip. It's a neutral red. It's definitely a red that I think will look really nice on most skin tones. I'm gonna give it a minute or 2 to dry down and then we'll do a kiss test. I do wanna put on a little bit of lip liner though, because I feel like with the applicator not being very pointed, it's more rounded, it's more difficult to use the liquid lipstick as a lip liner, which I sometimes do if the applicator has more of a point to it. This does not, so I do want to add just a little bit of liner to even out my lips. I decided I didn't like the way my hair was looking, so I parted it down the middle instead. I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. Maybe I need a little bit more blush. If you are someone who has always loved Gwen Stefani's red lips, you're definitely going to want to pick up either this liquid lipstick or the bullet lipstick. Let's do a kiss test. Oh, okay. Nothing came off except a little bit of the lip liner. Okay, I think this is where I'm going to insert some footage that I'm going to take at the end of the day to see how this makeup is looking. All right, I know my makeup looks a little bit different from earlier, but I promise you this is the exact same day. I thought I was done recording anything after I had lunch, so I took off my lashes and my lipstick, and then I decided that I wanted to make a couple of TikToks, so I put lashes back on and a different lipstick, but the foundation is the same. And I think it looks pretty good. It's been about 8.5 hours and I am shiny through here, but as most of my regular viewers know, there isn't a foundation on the market that doesn't make me shiny by this point. So all I would need to do is dust a little bit of powder through my T-zone and I think it would look great. I think I could definitely go for a couple more hours. So I'm going to try this foundation a couple more times, but so far, after one day's use, I am really liking it. Now, please keep in mind that I'm filming this recap hours before I took that footage that you've just seen. So hopefully my thoughts stay the same. I really like the sunscreen. It went on really nicely. It sunk right in as it says that it will. It wasn't greasy and my foundation went on beautifully on top of it. Speaking of foundation, as you saw during the demo, I thought it went on really nicely. The color match was pretty darn good. The Photo Finish Shine Control Primer from Smashbox really did do a nice job in diffusing the look of my pores as soon as I applied it. So this combo of sunscreen, primer, and Givenchy matte foundation, I thought looked really good and still looks really good. The Huda Beauty powder, where did it go? This is going to be a new favorite. I can just tell. I loved the brightening effect that it had. I love the smoothing effect. I think the pink did do a nice job of giving me a little bit extra brightening than I get with the other shade Pound Cake that I had been using, which was a little bit more neutral to yellow. Now that concealer, that LYS concealer, again, I am really sorry that I can't give you a true even first impression of that concealer because the shade was just so wrong for me. I will be exchanging it for the correct shade once I can, once they come back into stock. And then as far as the eyeshadow palette goes from Give, it was okay. I said that earlier. I would not highly recommend this. If I had to give it a star rating, I'd probably rate it a 3. The MAC Stack Mascara. It's definitely one of the better mascaras I've tried recently. It gave lots of length, it was very black, but obviously I still went ahead and applied some lashes. I am loving these lashes from Velour. They are so pretty and natural looking. They're very comfortable on my lids. They were easy to apply, but I've been a big fan of Velour lashes for a long time, so I'm not surprised that these are so good. And then the MAC blush and highlighter. The highlighter, as pretty as it is, I think it's just okay. Once again, I do like the little pink shift that it has, but it's not going to be a highlighter that I see myself reaching for above the others that I have. It's good, but it's not amazing. Unless, of course, you do prefer a more subtle highlighter, in which case you might want to give this a try. The blush color is just stunning and perfect for spring. I love this MAC lipstick color. I thought it looked really great and perfect with this look if you don't want to do a red. I think this would really be an excellent everyday nude for someone with fair to light skin. If you have deeper skin, this might be something that you would just put in the center to give your lips a little bit of dimension. I have a feeling it would wash out medium to deep skin tones. And then finally, the original recipe liquid lipstick from Give. We just talked about that. On the plus side, it is a really nice neutral red. It appears to be transfer proof. I'm just not sure if I like it on me. I almost forgot about the Give brow pencil. Yes. This is definitely my favorite product of the 3 that I bought from the Give brand. If you are looking for a really good neutral blonde brow pencil that has a very fine point on it, you're going to want to check out this brow pencil. I will update you on whether or not it breaks off as easily as the Huda Beauty one did for me. But I love the color. So that'll do it for this month's testing of the hottest new makeup releases. As always, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I do try to upload new content at least twice per week. You can also find more content from me on Instagram and TikTok under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, all of the links and shade names will be down below in the description box, and I hope to see you all in my next video.